gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to my review of Get Out, the second film I am watching in theorising spectatorship at my university course. This is a 2017 horror film directed and written by Jordan Peele, starring Daniel Curiel, Curiello. Well, I know him as Tucker from Johnny English Reborn, and he was also in Black Panther. Started off as a friend and sort of turned into an enemy. And apparently he was in a Doctor Who episode as well, Plans for the Dead. Yeah, now you mention it, yeah, he was. But yeah, Curiello? I'm probably pronouncing that name wrong. I can't remember his character's name. No, I can't remember his name. I'll just call him Tucker from Johnny English Reborn. So Tucker from Johnny English Reborn and his girlfriend Rose, I remembered her name, go up to see Rose's family at one weekend when there's a big get-together of friends and family. However, it soon starts to be apparent that there is some funny things going on around here, and soon Tucker from Johnny English Reborn gets thrown into a series of frightening and intense situations that have connections to Rose's mother's hypnosis therapist works, and a mystery surrounding a young another black man who Tucker from Johnny English Reborn seems to have known, and soon he gets himself caught in this really weird situation that only his best friend, a airport security guy, can actually rescue him from. And that guy's honestly the comic relief, but he's a really funny comic relief and some really good moments from him. So yeah, it's a pretty scary film in quite a few places because the horror is actually coming from people and psychological mind. I think it's a really well written film and brilliantly directed as well, both by Jordan Peele. He manages to craft some really great characters, and he's able to visualize them in some very scary manners, as well as some pretty dramatic moments as well. The tension building throughout the scenes when Tucker from Johnny English Reborn, I'm just going to call him that, is when he's talking to characters or interacting with people besides his girlfriend and her family. It gets pretty intense and pretty frightening, and certainly into an hour in, you're uncomfortable already, but the second hour, oh boy, that's when things ramp up. I will get to the twist later on, because it's important for the third act, but it's also, spoiler alert for this, at this point, for anyone who hasn't seen the film, go watch it. If you're over the age of 15, of course, in the UK, and if you're under the age of 15, don't watch the rest of this review, because you are under 15. This is UK, by the way. Other countries follow your film's age ratings, e.g. America, it's an R, I think, which means 17, or 13 to 17 is restricted, I think. Anyway, follow your age ratings of the films in your countries. For us, it's the 15. Okay, so yeah, actually, I think I've pretty much talked quite a bit about the film and as it is, without going into spoiler territory for the third act. But there's certainly quite a few great moments. I like how we see at the start, I think maybe it must be that character that we meet later on, because supposedly, or another character that was a previous victim. I'm not really sure, but certainly at the start we see someone in this car playing Run Rabbit Run, great song by the way, and plays really well into what actually happens into the story. In fact, the guy who gets killed / kidnapped at the start doesn't actually see this person kind of stalking him, potential murderer or kidnapper coming after him. He doesn't see it as something scary, he just finds it as a massive inconvenience. I thought that was funny. And then although I do have to say the titles are kind of hard to when the bits where the titles are showing, it's half in that first scene and then half into the next scene, and the tone changes quite significantly. Did I say that right? Significantly. Never mind. Significantly. That's it. And also there's the whole deer across the road, and Tucker from Johnny English Reborn, hearing the sound at night, and it's haunting him. I wonder actually how, because it looked like it actually been thrown onto the car rather than them actually hitting it. Maybe it was part of the ordeal. And also, this film also tackles quite a bit of racism issues with, well, starting off with the white cop asking for Tucker from Johnny English's license, even though he wasn't actually driving. He says, "Oh, standard procedure for an accident." Yeah, I doubt if they were both white, he'd actually ask for both of their licenses, or maybe he would. I'm not really sure. Well, I mean, but the film implies that he's a little bit racist. And throughout the film, we do kind of get the kind of possibly racist, possibly, or at least separate, different culture, different skin color separation, divide, certainly. Yeah, it does tackle that message quite well. In fact, an alternative ending would have tackled it even more, but the audience reception, I have to rightly say, thought that it wasn't a happy ending, so they wanted another end. They wanted the main character to have a happy ending, and thankfully we got a happy ending. Woo! But that alternative ending would have definitely tied in the themes more, a lot more. The final twist, where it's revealed that Tucker from Johnny English, massive spoilers here, his girlfriend and her family want to remove him from his mind and replace him with somebody else inside, and they've been doing it for a long time. They don't really care that he's black. They just want to swap his mind out. They don't care what color he is. They want to just swap his mind out. And it becomes a fight for survival, with him having to fend off against the family and the servants who have turned out to be the grandparents of Rose, in order to escape, with help from his friend at the very end. And it is a very chilling, very intense final act, where he's Tucker from Johnny English Reborn has to fight off these insane, crazy, and violent members of this family. And yeah, it was, wow, quite pretty insane. And he's certainly not the first that's come first victim for these people. No way. And yeah, it was quite an act. Great final act with the tension, the horror, and the fight for survival. Although it seems that in quite a lot of these horror films, it does fall to normal people who are victims to end up fighting when they fight their way out. They do end up killing the villain murderers. But I guess if it's self-defense, it's okay. I guess. I guess you can count it as self-defense. I guess. And defending other people if there's other people involved. But yeah, I thought it was a really great climax as well, and it actually made a lot of what this was all building up to made a lot of sense and works really well. Some great characters in there and some great performances to top it all off. Top off a great cinematic masterpiece, fantastic tension into the story, great twists and turns. And some great horror in there as well. Cinematography and editing make it work really well, especially in the whole when Tucker from Johnny English Reborn is falling down, sinking into his mind. Those were really great scenes, some really great stuff. On the whole, I'm going to give Get Out a 10 out of 10. I thought this was a masterfully made movie, and it works on so many levels and does a great job. So that's it from me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Nicholas Payne Retro YouTube channel.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Nick here, and welcome to my review of Get Out, the 27 10 20